Welcome back everyone, this is the Pokemon FanBam channel, where we do all things Pokemon related. I hope you guys have been enjoying our videos, and if you do, please smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Today I'll be showcasing a team for the Premier Ultra League in Pokemon Go, featuring Gallade. I'll be leading with my shiny Machamp here. You can see the movesets that I'm using. I'll be using Rock Slide as a secondary charge move to counter those flying types. I was lucky enough to get a shiny with excellent PvP Ivs. The other Pokemon I'll be using is Empoleon with great PvP Ivs. You do want to get the legacy move of Hydro Cannon for the Empoleon to be really effective. And to get that move, you have to use an Elite Charge TM if you didn't evolve it on Community Day. The second charge move you want to get on there is Drill Peck, which helps counter those grass and fighting types. And then the featured Pokemon is my Gallade here. Recently I was able to catch one with excellent PvP Ivs, so I went ahead and powered it up. Now the reason why you want PvP Ivs is basically to add more bulk to your Pokemon. The general rule in Pokemon Go for PvP for Ultra and Great League is you want your Pokemon with low attack stats and high defense and stamina stats. This essentially is making your Pokemon bulkier and they can last a little bit longer in battle. This Gallade here you can see has 133 hit points, but I did have another Gallade that I was using at first which did not have optimal PvP Ivs, and you can see here that it only has 129 hit points, and that can make a big difference in battles. And two of the battles that I'll be showing you guys here will illustrate that point. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the battles here. So the first battle, the opponent comes in with an Alolan Muck. This is a neutral matchup, so I'm going to go ahead and stay in here. The opponent does make a nice swap here when I'm about to get off my cross chop. He comes in with a Togekiss, and so because of that I make a quick swap to my Empoleon. Empoleon with its steel typing is great counter for those fairy types because it's going to be resisting those charms. The Hydro Cannon, even though it only does neutral damage, does a ton of damage to most Pokemon, so that's why he went ahead and used this shield. I do want to shield my Empoleon there because the flamethrower will do a ton of damage to it, and I'm able to farm him down. Now I've got a pretty good amount of energy here, so I've got two Hydro Cannons basically that's ready to go. The opponent comes in with the Gyarados. He does use his first shield. He uses his second shield, which is great. And now I'm able to get off my second Hydro Cannon, which even though it's not very effective, it does do a pretty good amount of damage. So that's why the Hydro Cannon is such a great charge move to have. Unfortunately, he was able to farm down a pretty good amount of energy though. I come in with my Machamp, and I think I'm going to go ahead and let my Machamp go though, because I need to save my last shield for my Gallade. And I am able to, I think, farm down the Gyarados. I will use my shield because Gallade is just a glassy type of Pokemon. Now he comes back in with his Muck. And again, this showcases why having good PvP Ivs really did help me here. You can see that I'm almost down to very low health there, but I'm able to get off my Leaf Blade, and then I'm just able to get off my Close Combat. And you can see that I don't have very much health left. And if I did not have excellent PvP Ivs, I think my Gallade really would have died there before I would have gotten off my Close Combat, so that's where it really helped me. Alright, second battle. The opponent comes in with the Charizard. Now with Charizard, the strategy here is to really get enough energy to get off two Rock Slides. Charizard with its fire and flying type is double weak to rock, so the strategy again is to get off two Rock Slides. I'm able to get off this first Rock Slide, and if he doesn't shield it, it will do a ton of damage to it. So he does shield it, and then I'm able to get off my second Rock Slide, and let's see if he uses his second shield. And he does use his second shield, which is great because now I've got shield advantage. I'm now able to come in with my Empoleon, which is a hard counter that is Charizard. He switches quickly to his Venusaur, which is fantastic for me because now I come in with my Gallade, and the Gallade's confusion damage is doing super effective damage to that Venusaur. So I am able to get off a Leaf Blade, And I think I'm able to go ahead and farm down. So I am able to farm down that Venusaur. He comes in with his Gyarados, and I've got enough energy farmed up that I'll be able to get off 2 Leaf Blades here. So there's the first Leaf Blade, and the second Leaf Blade should be able to take down his Gyarados, which it does. And then he comes in with his Charizard. The Charizard can go ahead and take out my Gallade, because I know that I've got my Empoleon in the back, which should be able to finish this battle. So, good games to my opponent there. Alright, third battle is against Cat Healer 2009. And let's see what he comes in with here. He comes in with a Yanmega, which is kind of an interesting Pokemon to use in Ultra League, but you can see that the Yanmega is actually using Wing Attack, and that Wing Attack is doing super effective damage to my Machamp. My goal here is to go ahead and get off some Rock Slides, because again, that's why you do want Rock Slide on Machamp, because it'll do super effective damage to these flying types. He does use his first shield, and my thinking here is I do want to bait, so let's see if he uses his second shield, which he does, which is fantastic. So now I've got shield advantage. I go ahead and let off a Cross Chop just to do some chip damage here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and come in with my Empoleon. The Yanmega's charge move should not do very much damage to my Empoleon, so that's why I'm not going to use my second shield. And I'm just going to go ahead and farm down this Yanmega for a ton of energy. And let's see what he's going to come in with. He does come in with Sceptile. And again, this is why Drill Peck is such a good move to have on Empoleon. It's able to counter these grass types. Sceptile is actually a fairly decent Pokemon to have because it's so spammy. He is able to take down my Empoleon, but I come in with my Gallade. I'm going to go ahead and use my shield because again I do want to preserve some of my health there on my Gallade. I'm able to farm down the Sceptile. And this is where I think I make a mistake. I get a little bit greedy. I should have, I think, used both of my Leaf Blades, or at least gotten the close combat off earlier, because the Typhlosion is able to finish me off with just a Blast Burn. So good games to my opponent there. Alright, fourth battle against King of Cuddles. The opponent comes in with Surfetched. It's a fairly neutral matchup, but he changes to Charizard, which is fantastic for me because I swap into my Empoleon, which is again a hard counter to the Charizard. Again, he only used 5 Fire Spins there, so that's why I did not need the shield, because I knew it was not going to be a Blast Burn. I'm able to farm down that Charizard, so I've got a ton of energy. Drill Peck will do super effective damage to the Surfetched, so I've got enough energy here for 2 Drill Pecks. And let's see if he uses both of his shields here. And he does use both of his shields, which is fantastic. So I've got shield advantage. I'm going to come in with my Gallade because the Confusions are going to do super effective damage to the Surfetched. Go ahead and shield up because the Leaf Blade will still do a pretty good amount of damage to my Gallade. He comes in with Magnezone, which is great because my Machamp is a pretty hard counter to the Magnezone here. Takes out that Magnezone pretty easily, and the opponent just decides to concede because he knows that he has no way of winning. Alright, so last battle will be against Morapunk 98. He comes in with Drifloon, not a very good lead for me, so I go ahead and get out of there. I come in with my Empoleon, and he comes in with his Machamp, which is doing super effective damage to me. But again, that's why you want the Drill Peck on Empoleon, because it'll do super effective damage to that Machamp. Now he does need to throw his energy at me, or else I'm going to get off another Drill Peck. Which is great for me because I come in with my Gallade, which is going to do super effective damage with the Confusions. And I don't think I shield here. Yep, I don't. I'm going to go ahead and Confusion him down. Let's see what he comes in with. Alright, he comes in with his Empoleon. He switches again to Drifloon, and I decide to go ahead and switch to my Machamp. I've got 2 shields here, so that's my advantage. I'm trying to get to a Rock Slide there, because if I can get off this Rock Slide, it's going to do super effective damage to the Drifloon since it's a flying type. And it does do super effective damage, which is fantastic. He's got 1 more shield, and I've got 1 more shield. I go ahead and use mine. I was hoping that this Cross Chop would take him out. But I don't think it does, though. Barely does, but I am able to counter it down. Which still works out okay for me. He comes in with his Empoleon, and then I come in with my Gallade. And this is where Gallade is so clutch. I've got enough energy now for 2 close combats. The first close combat, he shields, and then I've got enough for a second close combat, which should take out the Empoleon, and it does. And again, I have a sliver of health there, and that's where the excellent PvP IV really helped me out with the Gallade. So that was a good last battle for me. And I did want to showcase the reward that I got. So I was able to get a shiny Nincada, which I did not even know that a Nincada comes in a shiny. That gold color on that Nincada just looks so beautiful, so I was so stoked to get that Nincada. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope it showed you guys how impactful having excellent PvP IVs can be. So, and I love using Gallade, and I'll continue to use them in Ultra League. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel.
I gave you my heart.